Welcome everyone. Thanks for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. My name is Tim. I bring you villages related content. And today's video is a villages-news video. And the title of the article I'm going to read to you is Pond Problems Forcing the Villages to Seek Another Contractor to Maintain the Weed Control in the Retention Ponds. I did a video about 7 months ago, probably in October or November of 2024, that addressed this issue. I will provide you a video clip of that video that I published 7 months ago. I will also explain what the issue is. I will show you a retention pond, and I will talk about the contractors that are in charge of maintaining the weed control in the retention ponds in the villages. I will turn the camera around. I will read you the recent news article that was published on June 8th, 2025, and then I will play the video that I published 7 months ago. For those new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tim. I bring you villages related content. The Villages is a 55 plus community located in Central Florida. It is the fastest growing community in the nation according to the 22-23 Metropolitan Statistical Analysis reports. It's also the safest metropolitan area in Florida according to the 22 crime rates, with a very low crime rate of 1,044 crimes for every 100,000 people. And the Villages does have 170,000 people that reside in it. And the news article in the villages-news.com published on June 8th goes as follows. Problems with ponds in the villages have forced district government to go in search of a new contractor to perform maintenance on the retention ponds. Many ponds have been plagued with algae and hydrilla. Those are plants growing in the lake or in the pond. In 2023, the Villages government inked a deal with a new contractor called Cross Creek Environmental for pond maintenance. After a dispute over pricing, they essentially went out for bids in 2023 and they selected Cross Creek because their bid was the lowest. However, there has been some dissatisfaction with Cross Creek Environmental. The district has set a deadline of July 1st for proposals for the new pond maintenance contractor from companies interested in taking on the maintenance of the many ponds throughout the Villages, Florida. A selection committee is scheduled to meet July 22nd to review the proposals which are submitted. Last year, an elected official in the Villages voiced her frustration with the condition of the ponds in the Villages and said they have become a disgrace. District property management has tried to come up with innovative solutions, including stocking a pond with carp and examining the possibility of mechanical harvest of hydrilla. I will play a video that I made regarding this topic 7 months ago, and it will explain the difference in contractors. It will show you a retention pond that was located in District Number 1 that was having weed control problems. And that video will also show you or explain to you that there is a Villages resident that kind of warned the Villages government that this might happen. So I will play the video. Stay tuned. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and feel free to forward the video to those people that are interested. Hello and welcome, friends. Thank you for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate it. Today's video is Village's news video. Here I am walking on the golf cart path near Tierra del Sol Country Club, which is right across the way. And I wanted to bring you some news that is going on here in the Villages, Florida. The news of the day is, how do you control the weeds and the odor of retention ponds? There is a retention pond located right in front of you here, friends, where they're having difficulty controlling the weeds and the odor. And the residents are complaining. This was in the villagesnews.com recently, and I wanted to bring you this update. This issue was brought before the District 1 Board of Supervisors, and the residents in this area are asking for the problem to be resolved. Apparently, this issue with this retention pond has been going on for a year. And some residents think it's due to a recent change in contractors. About a year ago, the Villages did change contractors who maintain these retention ponds. These contractors will typically minimize their weeds by applying chemicals. And last year, about this time, there was a change in contractors, and the retention pond started growing weeds, and it became odorous. And they recently held a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and they're trying to figure out what they can do to minimize or eliminate the weeds and the odor of the retention pond. They claim that the pond has grown a lot of algae, hydrilla, it has odors. And when the prior contractor who maintained the ponds was maintaining them, they did not have those issues. So the new contractor is called Cross Creek Environmental. They're treating the pond with chemicals, and it's not working. The previous contractor was Solitude Lake Management, and the residents here indicate that they did a good job maintaining the ponds. So at the meeting a couple of weeks ago, Bruce Brown, who is an assistant district manager, indicated there is only so many chemicals that you can put into these retention ponds to minimize the weeds and the algae, and they need to come up with a different solution. There are two options they can pursue. One option is by adding carp, which is a type of fish, to the pond, and these carp will eat the hydrilla, and when the hydrilla is eaten, it will also minimize the odor of the ponds as well. You can see this is still flooded. This retention pond here is still flooded from Hurricane Milton. You can see the fence right there. The second option to maintain that retention pond is mechanical raking. That's essentially, they put a machine in the lake, they cut the weeds out of the lake. That is a very expensive option. And residents are already sensitive about having their maintenance assessment fees increased. So when you add costs like mechanical raking, there's a good chance your maintenance assessment fees will go up. Apparently the neighbors in the neighborhood around here are running out of patience with this retention pond. They want to have a solution, get rid of the weeds, get rid of the odor. And at the meeting a couple of weeks ago, the District 1 board meeting, they decided to add carp to the retention pond. They are going to place fish in the retention pond. Those fish will eat the hydrilla, which is a type of weed that grows in the bottom of the retention pond. And that will minimize the odor. That has been decided by the District 1 Board of Supervisors. There is a neighbor, first name is John, who was at the meeting, and he's not so sure that the carp will resolve the problem. He indicates that the carp will not eat the dead hydrilla weed. They will only eat the live hydrilla weed. So if you don't remove the dead hydrillas, weeds, you still will have the odor. And he is afraid that by adding carp to the pond, that will not eliminate the issue. Let me know in the comments below, friends, what you think. I saw this article a few days ago in the villagesnews.com, and I actually could not believe what I was reading. They are actually thinking about adding carp to these retention ponds, at least this retention pond here located near Tierra del Sol Country Club. These are beautiful live oak trees with Spanish moss. Very nice, very awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments below. My initial thought was these carp don't last forever, and when they die, they generally float to the top or to the side of the ponds and they start decaying, and that's not going to smell good either. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.